What's up, everybody? It's Kevin from BeyondCycle. Hope you're feeling great today. I just want to talk really quickly about the benefits of having a stationary bike. There's a couple of really good things that you can think about. Now, we all have our different type of cardio exercises and things that we can do from, we got running, you could go and swim, you could do rowing, you can do all different types of cardio. But I'm just going to break down just a couple of things actually that would really help you enjoy the benefits of riding a stationary indoor bike. Let's get right into it. Okay, first thing, stationary bike, the impact. Low impact on a stationary bike. As you know, sometimes we do exercises that's cardio that requires a lot of more explosive movement, maybe a lot of jumping, maybe things of that nature, where you have to come off the ground. The stationary bike, you're just working literally on a low impact level, because whether you're seated or out of the saddle, you have a choice to do either one, and it takes away all the balancing and things of that nature when it comes to certain exercises that will require you to get off the ground and do things of that nature. So you have a situation where it takes pressure off the body that really helps the joints on the knees, the ankles, hips, those type of issues that we may have in our bodies. Second thing, let's go into modification. Speaking of joints, we can think about different injuries that we might have, right? We can think about possibly, sometimes we have back issues. Some people may have other types of issues. Now, the good thing about the stationary bike, you can work and adjust your settings. So your handlebars, if you have a lower back issue, in this case, you can actually raise the handlebars. You can actually make it higher. It takes pressure off that lower back because you're a little more upright, right? So you can adjust the handlebar in that case. You can also adjust your seat, maybe bring your seat a little bit closer, because we have the adjustment knob that brings it close, brings the saddle closer, or brings it further back, gets you closer to the handlebars, and then you could also improve your posture. Maybe your shoulders are hiking up a little bit, you might want to drop them down. You can do these things with a stationary bike. Let's go into another factor here. Also, intensity. The intensity that you could have on a stationary bike, you can get it just as high as probably any other type of cardio you can think about, because your heart rate depends on your exertion, how much effort you're putting in, right? So when we talk about a stationary bike, it is the speed that you're working at with the pedals versus the resistance level. The resistance level and your speed is what gets your intensity up. And even if you're in the saddle versus out of the saddle, you can get that heart rate up really high. You can burn hundreds of calories in an hour, less than an hour, as a matter of fact. Hundreds of calories are burning as you're on the bike. Let's go to the next thing that we can talk about here. Seated or out of the saddle. Now, you have your saddle here. I can be on this seat and actually get my heart rate up even when I'm not out of the saddle. I can get myself at a high heart rate even when I'm in the saddle. So what that means is that I can be on the bike the whole time without getting up, and I can still push the intensity. So it gives me an option where I don't have to worry about, I gotta get up, get down, I gotta do all this movement. You can adjust, you can push yourself as much as possible just being right in the saddle. And even if you're having a situation, you may feel, maybe your ankles might be bothering you. You might have another injury, maybe your knees might be bothering you. That's another cool thing. That fact that you may have issues in the lower extremity. With those type of issues, you can still make the modification of being seated. All right, let's go to another thing. Monitor. Some bikes actually come with a monitor. So my bike here has a monitor, so I can check my speed when I'm on the bike. I can check also how many miles, the distance, how much miles I'm covering while I'm actually on the bike, just looking. I can calculate also my heart rate, so I can use my sensors, and I can check to see where my heart rate is kind of high, kind of low. Some other cardio, you might have to have a heart rate monitor on your wrist or things like that to do these things. But with some bikes, some stationary bikes, it comes with a sensor, comes with a monitor, so you have that in your favor without carrying extra gadgets or things of that nature to help yourself. So now, another thing, you have a holder, a tablet holder. You can actually have your tablet right on the handlebars. So I have here my tablet that I can rest right on my handlebar. So I can place this here, and I actually could be on the bike working on maybe checking my emails. I could be checking to see if what the forecast is like later on today, the weather conditions, and see what's going on. I can do a couple of things, right, on my tablet. You might even have a book. You could put a book there and just read a book while you're on the bike pedaling, going through the motion, right? So you have that option as well to have your tablet or book with you while you're riding. Okay, let's go to the next option. A cup holder. When I'm riding the bike, I can actually drink my water and have my cup holder right next to me and keep going at the same time. I don't have to stop. Sometimes when you're doing your cardio or you're doing certain exercises, you have to stop and drink your water. But in this case, you can be on the bike, you can pedal, drink your water, and keep it going at the same time without missing a beat, without missing one beat. That pedal stroke keeps going. So you have a lot of good things working in your favor when you have a stationary bike. Look into one if you don't have one already. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me anytime. Feel free. I'm Kevin from BeyondCycle. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.